Hello and welcome to MGP556. I'm Kevin. With me as ever, this sheepdog Anna and Pav. Say hello, boys and girls.
Hello, hello.
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 And I assume the first podcast episode in 3 weeks. There's no way these two did it without us. No way at all.
We did some very, very splendid episodes.
I did like a 40-minute.
Kevin, we saw them log in.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, we
you
did,
were checking on us last week.
Well,
We
it wasn't
noticed.
that we were checking on you. I was just going on our Lego Discord, and I noticed that there was a little microphone thing on this one. I was like, shall I just jump in? We were having dinner at the time. Shall I just jump in and ruin whatever they're doing? And Anna said I wasn't allowed to.
I was half expecting it. I saw it. I saw you come pop up on phone, and I was like, is he just going to jump in at some point?
I was enjoying a piece of perch, so I didn't want to spoil my piece of perch by having to talk to you rascals. So you were saved by a delicious fish.
Did you
Not
get
for
any
the first
perch
time.
merch while you were there?
No, all I've got really is a longing for perch now that I'm back. I need to know where I can get a reliable source of perch in this
The
country.
fishmonger.
I'm
You
not
need to
going to
complete a
anything
perch
called a
search.
monger. I refuse. Yeah, I need a perch search. Exactly.
Morrison's.
Morrison's is a little bit
They have
northern
lots
for
of
my
fish.
taste. If I go in Morrison's, I'm going to buy a pie. There's no point going there looking for fish. I'm going to leave with a pie.
They
It's
do
how
Angel
Morrison's
Delight
works.
ice lollies in there now, like ice
Really?
creams with chocolate around them.
Ooh.
Interesting. I am a fan of Angel Delight.
Yeah,
I
was
used
thinking
I
about-
have
to.
Angel Delight.
Yeah, I don't like it anymore. I used to love it when I was a kid. I was the one that make it, but then I had it recently and I did not like it at all.
Butterscotch flavour in particular is the most superior flavour of Angel Delight.
100%. We agree.
Mm.
And my family
Okay.
are away next week, so I'm going to swing by Morrison's on my way home from Comic-Con and fill up on it.
And check for perch while you're there and let me
Yeah,
know.
I'll let you
'Cause
know.
I can't go in. I don't want to buy a pie. But if they've got some, then I might end up joining you there for a little piece of perch because it's one of the world's greatest fishes. I'm a big fan. That was basic.
You made me taste it, didn't you?
I did make you taste it. It's so nice. It frustrates me that you don't go giddy about it because it's so delicious. I had it for the first time in Switzerland last year.
Yes, I know. I was
And
there.
it was great. And then I'm telling you, but no one else was on
Oh.
it. It was only me and you on that trip. And then this is a podcast. You're all aware. There's other people here, and there's lots more listening. Yeah, I had it in Switzerland. I had it again in Tenerife. Now I've had it in Lanzarote. It is foreign fish. I don't know why we don't have it in this country. What have we got against perch in the UK? It's everything that's wrong with the UK. No perch.
I mean, you're
Not
making it
happy.
sound so good, maybe they should call it pedestal.
I mean, it's probably more a case of we just call it something different here. And it's like the
No.
French word for cod or something.
No.
Oh, Pab's an expert.
Perch is quite a common fish. It's in like
It's a common
rivers
name
and
for
canals.
freshwater fish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
that's
just-
right. It was out of Lake Geneva, which is why I'm a little bit confused that they have it in the Canary Islands. There's not a lot of freshwater over there. They're just surrounded by salty salt, but they have it all over there.
You'd think they wouldn't bother like shipping fish in because they could just trawl it.
Yeah. So maybe there's secret freshwater hiding about on the Canary Islands. I've never seen any of it. It's just sea and hot floor. There's no in between. Unless maybe it's in all the hotel swimming pools. There's a lot of them. Maybe they're full of perch. That could be a thing. We
Maybe
should
they're
look
just
into
lying
that.
to you.
No, it was delicious. They can't lie to me.
You were just eating bacon and they were telling you it was fish.
I mean, I had plenty of Canarian bacon. They do good bacon in the Canary Islands. Not like this nasty British bacon that's all wet and soft. This is proper crispy bacon. Real bacon.
But there was
delicious
no
bacon.
apple ice cream. We
No, because it
checked.
doesn't exist. We've established that doesn't exist.
We checked.
Anna
every
made me
shop.
check. Yeah, every place that sold ice cream, Anna made me go and have a look to see if they had apple ice cream. What was your plan if they did? Were we taunting him?
No, I
Was
gonna
that the
eat
idea?
it. I was going to
And
get some.
gloat
Wanted
at
to know-
Sheepdog that you'd done it.
I
mean,
found it.
Kev knows where we could buy it in London. He just won't ever tell any of us.
Me and Pab
Oh,
know.
I see.
No, Pab knows. Pab was with me when we found it.
Mhm.
Yeah, me and Pab are well up with where
Well,
you
I
can
would
get
like to go and
apple
have
ice cream.
some.
Well, you should come with me on
I've
Friday
never-
to
I've never
Comic Con.
had Oh no, I'm not going there. There's too many people and there's a lot of
Ooh,
waiting
no.
around.
No, not Comic Con.
No, thank you. I just rather not. No. I had to be on lots of coaches the past couple of weeks. I'm all right being at home and be without you for a day.
I wasn't proposing we go on the coach. I would have driven you there. It's going to be a strange Comic Con. No Anna, no Pabby. Don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I'll have literally nobody to hang out with
Because
while
you're
I'm
going
there.
to Disney, Kevin.
I know, but then I had to go and do multiple panels.
Oh, you wanted to do
I'm
them.
panel man. I did want to do them.
You're doing multiple panels, are you?
I am, yeah.
Are you only there Friday?
Yeah. But as soon as we've finished our panel, what time's our panel? Like 3:00-ish?
Something like that, yeah.
This is our final call for anyone who's at Comic Con on Friday. Neurodiversity panel Friday, sometime in the afternoon, somewhere in the XL. Is as much information as I've currently got. Yeah, it was yesterday. Come down, it was yesterday. You'll have a lovely time. And then straight after that, I've got to go up to the special rooms for the special people and do a special panel for special people. That I'm not really sure what it's about or who I'm on it with, but yeah, it's gonna be a strange
Who are the
one.
special people?
I don't know. I don't really know anything about it. They just said, "Do you want to do another one?" And I said, "Yeah, fair enough." Do you want to find out what it's called? Hold on. I've got it here somewhere. The Creating a Culture of Advocacy is the other one that I'm doing in the Platinum Suite at 5 p.m. 5 p.m.
That's quite that's
late.
Quite late.
It is late. Yeah. So I'm doing that one as well with 3 people that I don't know who they are. So
Sure, it was very good.
Oh, yeah, it will be and was. Yeah. So if you are at Comic-Con yesterday, come on down and come and see us. Come and say hello to your old pal Kev. Apparently Sheepdog's going to be there as well.
Yeah, if you're there today or tomorrow, I'm just going to be wandering around on my own because Kev's not there, Pab's not there, Anna's not there. And everyone else I know is manning a stall or womaning a stall at the event. And, I'm just going to be gadding around because I paid for the hotel before I realised everyone was not going. Well, the Airbnb.
Silly goose. I mean, we did make it very clear quite some time ago that we were going to Disneyland instead of.
Well, no, yeah, I didn't mean you three in that. It was more that I thought there was going to be other people there as well. It'd be more to do. It's nobody's fault except mine. I'm going to be wandering lonely around Comic-Con for 3 days.
You've still got to go and get some jam for us, though. We're relying on you to post us some jam. You got to go jam shopping on the Saturday.
I did weigh up whether or not I was going to go to Forbidden Planet and all of that on my own.
You
just
would
complete
get kidnapped.
The circuit.
You would not make it there on your own.
That's exactly the reason I didn't do it, because I would get lost.
Yeah, he would end up in Croatia or somewhere.
You'll get to Disney and I'll already be there.
Looking for jam. Someone show where's the jam? I can't hear you because I'm just full of perch because I've left the UK. Perching my face off in France. Oh, perch! What a delicious fish! Lovely old stuff. But yeah, that's. I'll level with you. My whole first 10 minutes of the podcast was promoting the panel that you've now reminded me happened in the past. So that's not ideal.
That noise that came out of me there was just shock and disbelief.
Oh, I forgot that Pab can't be bothered to release these earlier anymore. Pab's got lazy in his old age. He used to get them released the next morning.
If you want to put it on a Friday, I could.
No, Pab, you have your little line.
There's no reason why I couldn't. Just change the date on it. It's fine.
Well, that then ruins this last 5 minutes, doesn't it?
Yeah, when I say today, people
hey, everybody, it's today
Friday.
After all. Don't go on Thursday. We're not there yet. Oh, it's all gone wrong. Goodness me. I guess I could talk to you about some video games. Well, one video game. Because I spent the vast majority of our holiday playing Balatro, which I know I've talked about a lot. But Pabby, Pabby. Mm-hmm. I am a Balatro expert now. Basically, if I know within the first 2 or 3 hands if I'm completing the run, if I'm beating it. Because if I get through those first few hands and get the right jokers early, then I'm away. I can just do it now. I can just sit down. If I've got a spare 40, 45 minutes or so, I'll just play through to the end. I'm a genius. I'm a special talent. I'm one of history's finest Balatro players. So now I am working through trying to unlock all of the jokers and finish all of the different decks on all of the different difficulty levels. And just slowly but surely plodding through that. The only thing stopping me from just racing through it is quite time consuming to do each one. Because I would suggest it's probably only one in every 3 or 4 runs is the right stuff early on for me to go through and finish it. So by the time you've factored in a few aborted efforts, it probably takes me about an hour a run to finish. But we hit the end all the time now, Pabby.
He woke me up to tell me.
The first time I did, I was so excited. The first time, because I'd been trying for weeks, months probably at this point. Yeah, the first time I finished it, I woke you up. It's in the vlog from that day. I tweeted it out. The first 4 or 5 that I did, I was taking a screenshot on my Switch every time I did it because I was so excited that I was doing it. Yeah, I didn't think it was ever going to happen. I'd played so much of this game and just not got anywhere with it. And at one point while we were away, it just clicked. I got my technique down, and now I've got my technique. We're golden. I'm the Balatro king.
Interesting.
So
he does enjoy it.
I do enjoy it very much. The downside to it is it's the only thing I play outside of Football Manager now. I downloaded like 4 or 5 games to take away with us. In fact, I can tell you, I've got my Switch in front of me. If it's got juice in it, I can tell you exactly what I downloaded and played for a few seconds each, if that. So I got the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga, because I don't know if you remember me mentioning I am a Star Wars guy now. I played 20 minutes of that maybe, and was like, nah, this isn't as good as Balatro. I started a new Minecraft world, played no more than half an hour. Nah, not as good as Balatro. I downloaded that Spreaker game that you two kept talking about. Needed an internet connection for that. Couldn't play that. I got Dave the Diver, played 10 minutes, not as good as Balatro. Lego Brick Tales that Anna told me to get. I loaded up and had a little look at, didn't even play, went back to Balatro. So I have tried. I've spent the money of a man who's trying, but the pull of Balatro keeps just drawing me back. And it's all I'm playing, and I have a problem. But I love it so very much. And you should probably go back in time and never tell me about it, Pabby, because it is causing real problems now in terms of me having content for this podcast. Because it's all I imagine I'm going to play for the next 3 years. It's your fault.
No, not me.
Well, it is. When this comes out on mobile, I'm never going to walk out of a bathroom with feeling in my legs again. Anna's just going to have to get used to the sound of the flush and then the crash as I try and stand up and just fall through the door to the floor and end up on the landing in a heap, waiting for the feeling to come back into my legs. Because there's no way I'm stopping mid-run. I'm not a maniac. The amount of times that we had stuff to do while we were away and we'd agreed to do stuff at certain times, and I just encouraged Anna to take a little nap and then didn't wake her up at the time I agreed. Woke her up when I was done with my run.
See what I mean? This is what I have to live with. He made sure I had
on the plane. I played it by the pool. I played it. It's just so annoyingly addictive, and I love it. I even have started using Reddit so that I can read about it on Reddit. I am 100% obsessed with this game, and I need assistance immediately. It's just great. It's really, really good. If you haven't played it yet, you're an idiot. Every single one of you. If you've not played it yet, you are an idiot. Go and play it. You idiot. It's great.
The only reason I haven't played it is because Pab ruined me. Well, he ruined me, but then I didn't realise till afterwards that he told us about Spreaker game, and I've been playing that non-stop in the same sort of vein. Hearing you talk about how it's the only thing you're doing and all of that, I was like, that's me laying on the sofa just dropping fruit on top of other fruit. And yeah, my wife thinks, I said last week, my wife thinks I'm just busy on my phone having an argument or something. And I'm like, no, I'm just dropping fruit, just fruit slinging again. Pab, where did you get these addictive games from?
Yeah, pack it in, Pabby.
have they got anything else that we can swap out to with plot or something? I don't know.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
very difficult to talk about these little addictive, not really much to them, but can't stop playing them games. You might as well get us on Cookie Clicker or something. We need something with substance. We've got an hour to fill each week here, Pabby.
The problem I have lately
caused a
is
problem.
that I obviously I stopped talking about Pokemon Go because I play that with a lot of my time. So that I'm busy on that at the moment, and I keep meaning to ask Kev if we're going to Madrid because I didn't book it.
You were told to book it. I don't even know when it is. When is it?
I don't know where Madrid is or how to book that kind of
It's
thing.
somewhere in
Madrid's in
Spain.
Spain.
They probably have perch there, for goodness sake.
Yeah, well, I don't know when it is. Hang on,
I am sat here. Are we going? You hear this noise? That's the sound of my Pokemon Go Fest T-shirt that arrived the other day because I've had that already delivered. I am ready. I assumed you'd booked my flight.
14th of June it is, so we have to decide quick. I'll level with you. I might get murdered if I decide to go to Madrid because as I said earlier, I'm in Basel in July. But Mrs. Sheepdog is going to Cornwall next week with the kids and her mum. So if she's allowed a holiday, I'm allowed a holiday. I think
That sounds a lot like a family holiday there, little fella.
Yeah, I don't go on them.
You are a fascinating little man.
They're bad for my mental health.
Oh, we can't go. Did you say the 14th of June?
Yeah.
That's the day before the King's birthday. We can't be out of the country for the King's birthday.
Well, we were for his coronation.
I know. Me and Anna are at Peterborough Brick Festival on the 16th.
We don't need to go all of them, Kevin.
Yeah, but we've bought tickets to that one already.
Oh, I see.
We'll send
can't miss
Sheepdog on his
Chaz's
family
birthday.
holiday instead. Oh, Anna's sending me links to a train station for me to buy. A Lego one, obviously.
Well, I've
so
seen
I might do that
Wilco's.
instead.
Now, so Lego. The
Wilco's don't exist anymore. I'm very confused. How are they?
You know, the National Museum, it's like got 40 or 50 quid off. So I was having a look.
Interesting. But Toys R Us are actually reopening stores, aren't they?
I don't know.
I've heard. They're certainly already in WH Smith at this point.
I think
There you go.
that's what
I'm
they're
on the
doing, I
Toys R
think.
Us website now. New stores opening 25th of May. There's one in Leicester. They're opening a new Toys R. Oh, it's in Toys R Us at WH Smith. I got excited for a second there. I thought we were getting a Toys R Us in Leicester. It's at Foss Park in Leicester. So that's the 25th of May. Where's that? That's this weekend. Is that today? As the podcast
No,
comes
it's
out,
the
I don't know what day
22nd.
today
Yes,
is.
as the podcast comes out, yes.
As the podcast comes out, there are new Toys R Us at WH Smith's opening in Hereford, Foss Park, and Leamington Spa. They're already in Guildford, Sutton, Shrewsbury. It's lots. There's loads of them. My word, there's loads of them. Oh my word!
When did
We're
they
going
come
to Toys
back?
R Us. They're just kind of sneaking into WH Smith, but that's my point. They're back. Wilco are apparently have a website where they're selling stuff, despite shutting all the stores. Do these places just not go out of business? They just kind of disappear for a bit, and it's Woolworths back as well. It probably is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a website, isn't it?
I don't understand. I don't understand. Nowhere ever goes out of business.
I'm having a look, Woolworths. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
An article on the BBC from January this year, Woolworths could return to British high streets. This
That'd
is
be insane.
madness.
That's the kind of foolish business decisions that we come to expect from Woolworths, really, isn't it?
Look, I bought all of my kitchenware when I first moved out of home from Woolworths.
See, my only memory of them is the day they shut down. I was in there. I'm sure I've told you this story before, but I will retell it. I was buying something in there because I actually needed it, and as I was queuing up, I heard them say all stock had been reduced to 90% off.
Wow.
And it was like everyone around me suddenly went nuts. And then I thought, hang on a minute, what? 90%? I was like, oh, geez. And then I started to just follow the crowd then, just picking up stuff. But because I'd had that moment of I wasn't really listening to what they said, I missed all the best stuff, really. I got a couple of books for 50p and stuff like that. Whatever the price was. It was just, it was pandemonium.
It was like that in Toys R Us, wasn't it, Kevin?
No, Toys R Us was just sad. We made a vlog when Toys R Us in Peterborough closed, and it was just an empty shell with a few bits in by the end, wasn't it?
It was.
I remember we bought a Baby Grow
Yeah,
because
for
that was pretty much
the
all
other
they had.
Chapmans.
They didn't have much else, so we bought one of them, and it was just very sad at the end. There was not. I don't remember the. It was never like madness. It was more. It just got sadder and sadder every time we went over those last few months. And they never did sell me their big R because someone set fire to it,
He did.
Oh,
which I'm still heartbroken.
what a shame.
What is
Honest.
it now?
It's a big pile of ash.
Oh, it's
It's
gone.
well, last time we went past it, they were building it.
I don't know that the listeners to this great podcast
Sorry.
need to know what Toys R Us and Peterborough has turned into.
I do
now.
want to add, if they're having a closing down sale again in future, let me know, because I feel like Toys R Us is worthy of bringing a nail bat along to and just wreaking havoc on anyone who tries to stop you, because Woolworths, there was nothing, but yeah, Toys R Us, there'd be everything there.
But that's the
wouldn't there?
thing. It happened so slowly at Toys R Us. By the time it was all reduced to next to nothing, it was absolute dross that was left in there. We walked around it with a camera, and it's like, yeah, this is mostly empty shelves and trash.
Yeah. It wasn't the best.
You could get badges with birthday badges with ages on, but they were weird ages. Like it was you get a badge with 15 on. Who wants a big badge when they're 15? They didn't have any of the ones that you'd actually want left. It was like, it was just weird. It was really weird and really sad. But it's back, and me and Anna are going to go on Saturday to the one in Leicester, and I'm delighted.
Count how many 15-year-old badges they have and see whether they've learned their lesson.
I will do. They've probably just recycled that stock back round. It'll be my big R and a load of 15-year-old birthday badges. And the thing is, that'll already be in WH Smith. They need unique stuff that WH Smith don't currently sell. I'm intrigued. It's two of my favourite things colliding. I assume I've already collected this WH Smith. I don't specifically remember going to it, but I must have it collected by now. But Toys R Us being in WH Smith, they're two unkillable, wonderful shops that will be around forever. I'm so happy.
Going back to games,
Do we have to?
I did play more of Aidan Chronicles, but not tons more. I was on like a maze. Well, it wasn't really a maze, to be fair. It was like we can't go up here. Every time we go up here, we get moved back to this item over here. And I was just like, I am not in the mood for shenanigans game. I just wanted to sit here playing you with one hand and slinging fruit with the other. And after repeating that multiple times, thought, it's not going to let me through. So then spent a moment figuring out where I needed to go, and I was like, oh, it wasn't hard, but I did a couple of bosses. I feel like Final Fantasy has kind of killed me in terms of like wanting to play a longer game, like an RPG game like this. I'm kind of like, it's not Final Fantasy, therefore I'm not enjoying it as much. I need an in-betweeny game. I feel like this is a game that I'm gonna struggle to play for a little bit, and probably find something else to crack on with, and then I'll pick this up later in the year and be like, oh, actually, it was really good. But yeah, at the moment, I'm kind of struggling. I don't know what to do with it. I have been really busy anyway. This is probably a good way to segue into mentioning my Kickstarter. Kev, am I allowed to talk about that on the podcast?
I don't know what that means.
Kevin?
He's just not
Did
responding.
that come through? I muttered something angrily, and I figured it so quietly that the microphone didn't even pick it up. It was just angry grumbling that the microphone just was like, no, he doesn't need to hear that. Thank you, microphone filter. By all means, Sheepdog, I'd love to hear even more about your Kickstarter.
I mean, you barely heard anything because you didn't let me talk about it in
We
our chat.
went on it and we saw some very. In
Kev's defense, there is a problem on X at the moment whereby when you put tweets out, you get nudity in the replies. So poor old Kev was reading the announcement tweets and got an eye full of lady parts, which, I mean, I feel like for the average listener to this show, that's probably going to get them all on there, right? For Kev, it was very disturbing.
He was eating his dinner.
I'm just fascinated about how well groomed modern ladies are. She was entirely hairless.
Maybe she'd had a fright and it all fell out. But
I had a fright when I was scrolling down and suddenly there was a vagina looking back at me. Goodness me.
Eating your garlic bread.
Yeah, I had a mouthful of garlic bread. Oh, goodness me.
Oh.
Garlic bread will never be the same again.
I mean, so far you've done a really good job of selling the comment underneath the tweet to my Kickstarter. This is as close as I'm going to get to it. I saw your tweet endorsing it by saying "Give Sheepdog money so he stops moaning at me." I suppose that'll help hopefully. Yeah, Kickstarter. We have the Kickstarter itself is called Catgirls, Dungeons and Zombies because we couldn't think of another way to describe the 3 different comics that we have on there. It's me and Bex have written one of them called Nyeglin, and then there's a D&D
That's not
themed
even
comic
a word.
and a comic about an angry punk who comes back from the dead and he's angry about it. Details are on the Kickstarter. I'm not going to go into a great detail about it. Nyeagling is a word. It's
Is
a play
it?
on a word, sort of. Just before we started writing this properly, my son had an assignment where he had to learn about the story Beowulf. And
Okay, yeah.
in that, he has a sword called Nyeagling.
Okay.
And when we were coming up with sword names, I added a Y into this because our character's a cat girl, and cats have a meme of being, saying things like "nya," and I put that forward as the name, and we were like, "That's a great name." And then when we come to naming the whole thing, we named it after the sword because the sword is very relevant to the overall series that I have in mind. If this goes well, so if everybody listening goes and backs it, you have an option of either just buying the one comic, which should be my one, and then there's either 2 comics
Now
or
you
3
said
comics.
that, I'm absolutely going on there and just buying the other 2.
You can also just buy the digital PDFs of all 3 in one go. Or if you're feeling absolutely mad, there's a retail tier if you have a shop, or a merchant comics one that comes with some cool stickers, artwork, and little zines of the making of the comic.
I have a
and
question.
other bits.
What the
Go on.
hell is a zine? I noticed that when I was perusing.
It's just a short comic, basically, few pages. So we've got a zine that's being given away at Comic-Con this weekend. If you buy a comic from Bex that she's already got, like one of her ones that she's already selling, then it comes with like a booklet that's got the first 5 pages of each of the comics plus a link to the Kickstarter and that kind of thing in there. But the zines will be like showing the drawing process of the different characters. One of them's a D&D strategy guide thing that you can use for your own homebrew games, and the other's like artwork from the artist that made A Whole New World, which is the one about the punk zombie. They all look really good. There's, if you go on the Kickstarter, there are pages from each of the comics on there. As I mentioned, if it goes well and people like this one, I want to write a whole series. I've got like I think a really good idea in my head about what I want to do with it and how I want to make it work. And yeah, I'm just excited because it's something I've obviously wanted to do for a long time. I've always wanted to do a Kickstarter for a book, and I've always wanted to sell something at Comic-Con, which in October.
But you've already
assuming this
written a
gets
book.
Well, I mean, like, I want a
With
Kickstarter
Kevin?
thing. I want to do a
Ah.
Kickstarter for a project and then make that a big thing that's, basically, when I tried to write my bio for this, I couldn't sit there and write the author of Left Behind and Mature Season 1 because no
Why?
one knows what they are. It would have just been
Because
like,
we
what are
try and pretend they don't exist.
they? Yeah.
Why? I thought they
Because they
were
were
nice.
really awful.
I thought
So
they
I'm
were
hoping everybody backs this one and this one goes really well, and then I can be like, I'm the guy who wrote that, and get more comics and stories and so forth, and work with other people and just do more, and also make a big series out of this. So yeah, fingers crossed. So far, I mean, we started it at 2:00 today. It's currently 8:00 at time of recording, and we are a quarter of the way funded, so that's pretty cool. Hopefully by the end of the weekend it'll be done, and I can spend the next 30 days just banging a drum and trying to see how close I have it. I have half an agreement with Mrs. Sheepdog. She keeps saying no, but her eyes say yes. I said to her, if this somehow went viral, it made a load of money, can I build a bunker in the back garden underneath the grass? And she said no. She told me she doesn't want to live in this house forever, and it'd be really hard to sell a house with an underground room. I don't think she's right. And I
mean,
think
it wouldn't be, as long as you didn't increase the value of the house to accommodate the room, it wouldn't be any harder than selling one without. It's if you were like, well, I spent 30 grand on my bunker, I want an extra 30 grand for my house. That's what makes it hard to sell.
Yeah,
That's your
exactly.
voice of an estate agent.
I did say to her, if we were clever, we would get them to build like a double-story room under there, and then we would build a tunnel out to the nearby farmer's field, and then we would sell the house, but we'd have a specific clause saying the new owners only owned the grass and not the ground underneath it, and we'd just live in our own back garden underground. They didn't fancy that for some reason, her and my daughter. Ollie fancied it. He was well up for it, so I think it's 2v2 at the moment, and we just need to convince the youngest to side with me. But, yeah, help me go mega insane with it. Let's break some sort of record, and then I'll build a bunker in my back garden.
I mean, you've already had one half-hearted tweet out of me. What more could you possibly want? anything above that, I am gonna need it in writing that if Netflix pick it up, I get to do one of the voices.
Mate, if Netflix pick it up, you can absolutely do some of the voices, more than one, I reckon.
Interesting. I only really have one voice. There's gonna be lots of people in there that sound very similar to each other.
Well, I was thinking, yeah, you could probably play a few of the guards in it.
Okay, then I might do a second tweet in 3 weeks' time. You've
Good
sold
stuff.
it to me.
My plan at Comic-Con is to walk around asking the people signing signatures whether they fancy buying the TV rights to it for £1 million, just seeing if anyone goes, yeah, go on then. Just keep asking them. I might just go up to them and tell them that the guy 4 tables down has already offered me 900 grand, and I'm just coming over to see if I respect them. I've always respected them, and I just want to offer them the opportunity to go in at 950 just to push them out, and then I'll just keep doing that until I'm happy with the amount I'm at.
Oh, you would probably be quite happy at 900 grand, I imagine.
Wait, mate, when you get a call going, Kev, like they've just offered me £3 million, but I respect you, and I always have done, and for 3.2, it's yours. You'll be, yeah.
I'd refer you back to my management like I did when you first asked me about this.
I mean, if your management are willing to give me 3.2 million quid for the TV rights to my thing, that sounds good.
There we go.
But yeah, go on Kickstarter, find it. If you follow me on Twitter, which most of you probably already do, then go on there. The link's there. But the Kickstarter itself is just titled Cat Girls Dungeons and Zombies 3 Fantasy Adventures.
Well, there we go, boys and girls. That was me and Sheepdog talking extensively about games.
Very good.
Now you two fill the second half with more detailed game talk like what we did. We've set the bar for you there.
And it's set
Anna,
low.
you were literally playing a game yesterday. I remember it happening. You were, because that was your excuse for not having lunch.
That was today, Kevin.
That's the same thing.
That was today, Kevin.
Yeah, but Pabs confused me. I don't know what day it's supposed to be.
Technically, it was 3 days ago. Because
Is it Saturday? I don't know. I'm very confused. Am I at Comic-Con now? I'm not sure.
No.
No, you're not at Comic-Con right now, Kev. You're all
Okay.
right. Stop being confused and weird.
I'm buying a seahorse. Carry on.
What do you mean you're buying a seahorse? Where's the seahorses?
You just go about your business.
I
I've
would-
got seahorses to
Look,
purchase.
send me a link if you find a seahorse. Oh, my Lego's falling apart. What have I been playing? So on holiday, I played the not latest Paper Mario, the one that
Oh, this
came
is a
out.
game you got really cross with.
I did. I got really.
Oh, she was
cross.
so angry. I thought she was going to snap her Switch in half.
Not the latest Paper Mario.
Oh no, the
That
new
would
one's out
be-
tomorrow.
Is it out tomorrow? Okay.
The new one's
Is
out
it the
tomorrow.
Origami King? The
Hold
last one?
on. Is
Yes.
it tomorrow? Or is
Yes.
it yesterday? I don't understand.
It's the
When is-
23rd, so it comes out. It came out 2 days ago. Whenever this
there
goes
we
out.
go. Oh, God, I hate this. Carry on.
So yeah, the Origami King,
Origami King, yeah.
and yeah, I don't even know what to say about it. It's Paper Mario game. You're a piece of paper.
Why were you
and-
so angry with it? Is probably what you could
Oh
say
my
about
God.
it.
I don't remember, but there was a boss that that was it, right? So the way the bosses work is there's a massive circle, and the boss is in the middle, and there is like 4 circles around him. Now you have to use on these circles, these arrows. So you have to use the arrows like to get to him, to hit them. But also on there's like power ups and health and stuff. And I, for the life of me, could not work out what I was doing wrong, because like I'd done other bosses, got through it, like knew what I was doing, because like you get like these really good like power ups, but you have to turn them on the circles, and then when you get to him, because the nearer you are, the more damage you do.
Hmm.
And this was a Firebird. I had a water power up, but for the life of me, I could not find it, because all that was on the circles to get to him was the 1,000 arms, and 1,000 arms is like big arms that you hold together and you smash with, like big, like put your hands together and you smash something. And it wasn't working because obviously I am paper and this boss is fire. Obviously they don't go together. And I was like, Like I knew what I was supposed to do, but I was like, where is the water power up? I could not, for the life of me, work it out. I did it 3 times, and every time he would just power back up, get full health, and then just kill me. And I turned my Switch off twice and put it away and said I wasn't playing it anymore. And then I went onto the internet and I was like, right, how do you do the Firebird? And basically, I hadn't noticed that there are treasure chests on the circles. So you you go on the first circle, go on the arrow, he runs around to the next arrow, but in between the 2 arrows could be, like I said, a power, a heart, or a treasure. So I was like, the treasure chests are glowing, and I just couldn't really see the glowing enough because I was playing in the sun. When you play in the sun, the Switch is not great to look at. Like, it's really hard. You have to like tilt it, and I didn't see that the treasure chests were glowing. And basically, what you had to do is smash through one of the treasure chests. That would make the water icon appear, and that's how you take him out. So I, like, as soon as I'd read it, when I did that, I did it in one go. But oh my god, that I know, because I didn't understand that. I was like, in all the other boss battles, the power-ups have always been on the board. You didn't have to go and smash anything, and through the game there was no mention of it. It was just like you were supposed to know. I didn't know, but the game on what I played was quite good, because like you've got like your water world, so all around. It's not like you go in water, because obviously you made a paper. If you go in water, you're gonna like disintegrate, but there's water elements in there. Like, you need to go to the temple because the fishes are just flapping in this big old hole, and they're not very happy. So you have to go and get the water back. So that was like all that. And then I went to another place that was like a theme park, and it was like all like what's the word, like Shogun and Oriental kind of things going on and stuff. And it's just nice to have like all these different worlds. But the fire one did my head in. I did not like that. But yeah, can't play it in the sun because you can't really see. But yeah, that came out like 2 years ago. I've only just got back round to it because I did play it when it came out, but I was in a very bad state of mind and I just didn't want to play it, so I played it on holiday. I also tried the Lego's Tales, which is quite nice. It's basically, you're looking at Lego. It's made of Lego, and you have to go and help your grandfather like fix things. Like, I only did one level because, again, I can't really see the Switch outside. But basically, like, I had to build a bridge, and basically you go to this page, there's a bunch of Lego, and you can manipulate them in whatever way you want, and as long as you make some kind of bridge that your character can cross, like, have your mind go wild with it, but you just have to make that. So I did that, and it basically, the first level is like a tutorial and telling you how to do this, that, and the other. Quite simple, quite good, but again, can't see in the sun, so I didn't go back to that. What else did I play? I think that's it on the Switch, I think. I can't remember now, it was like 2 weeks ago. And then we came home, and I restarted the Rise of the
Rōnin?
Yep. I
Mm-hmm.
restarted that because I got it when it came out, but I was also playing like Final Fantasy, and that kind of went to the wayside. But I put this in because I just wanted to go back to that because I did enjoy what I played. So I restarted that. Just did the obviously I started it again just to get tutorial because I didn't get very far when I played it anyway. So I've gone past where I got to.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like doing, or it's basically like, what's his name? What's the other one? Yep.
Tsushima.
Yes, it's a bit like that because like you're going round and there's like villages that have been taken over and you have to go and clean them out. So I go and do that, but I can also fly in this game because I've met an inventor. I can fly. I've got a camera because this is like set like when the Americans came to Japan. I think it's in Japan. I want to say it's in Japan.
I think something like that.
So it is very weird because like you go to this town and they've got like brick houses and a brick like tower with like the clock tower, and then you've got like the little Japanese like houses, and it is very weird. Like why is this happening? But I guess it's because they came over, wanted to build, and it's just weird. But yeah, I have to go and find cats in this game, which is quite. I don't know why. I just have to find like you're going around and you'll just hear a meow, and you have to go and find. Why I have to go and find it because you get to cuddle them, and I like cuddling animals in games. All animals deserve a bit of love. But I don't know why I'm finding them. I just know that I find them, and then I get a ticking like a little thing how many I've got. Still don't know why, but I'm sure it will come time because like the main story is on level 3 and I'm level 8. So I've kind of gone off the beaten path as I always do, because that's what I like to do. But you can have guns in this game, which is weird. You can have a bow and arrow. You can do horseback riding with an arrow. I did like the first trial of that and got 100% because obviously it was quite easy. But it's quite good that you don't have to control the horse. You can just like you can be shooting. Your horse does whatever it needs to do. I've not done horseback shooting in the game yet because I always like get off because I'm like because you're at the start of the game you get to like pick what kind of skills you want, and I like to assassinate people. So obviously I get off my horse, creep around, get some headshots in with like my bow, and then kill some people from the back and chop their head off. Quite cool. Like I like that kind of. I don't like chopping people up, but the violence in this game is quite funny because like if like the little thing will turn red and you know to press triangle and his head's coming off. Like it's quite funny. Or like if you go and assassinate them from behind, you cover their mouth, bring them in, stab them through the heart. It's like yeah, but like again, my character is very like obviously I picked the girl one because you basically you are twins that saw your parents killed, and the Veiled Edge I think took you in, and so basically they taught you how to be an assassin to go against the shogun's like minions. And then like as you're going through like basically the first story, basically you try to kill this captain. As you get him down to next 0, this like other like assassin comes in. You have to lose the battle. You cannot win. Like obviously you have these games that do this. So I tried to beat him, didn't work, and you have to pick whether because you're a male and a female, and you have to pick if you want to play the female protagonist or the male. I don't think it changes the game. I just think whichever. I obviously picked the girl, and my brother's arm got chopped off, and all I know is that I have his scarf. That is it. So where is he? He could have been given to the because you're on a ship. He could have been put in the sea, so he was fish food, or he could be alive and they've trained him up and turned him against you. I'm guessing it's going to go that way because obviously it's going to happen because that's what basically you leave the Veiled Edge to go and see your brother because you can sense that there's something going on that he may be alive. So you go off to find him. So I guess you will find him. And yeah, I've just been playing that. I just basically found a camera for the inventor, and now I need to go and take a picture because I need to take pictures for the geisha that likes me.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I've got there's like a massive big geisha house with all these lovely like really pretty like done up ladies, and they've got all like the hair and the dresses and stuff. So yeah, I need to go and take pictures. But yeah, I can fly in this game. It's really weird because like I picked up the glider. I've been using the glider very nicely, like jumping off buildings and gliding around. And then I get to like this mission that was level 3, and it's like, this is how you glide. I'm like, yeah, I know how to glide anyway because I already have it. It's very weird. I don't know how or why it's like that, but yeah, I was like, I got it because like the story, the way I got the glider is the main story, but then I don't know until I go to a next story mission to know how to use it when I already know how to use it. And the horse, oh my god, the horse! Like I've played game with horses, like I've played Assassin's Creed, I've played all the other games that have horses. This horse does not know how to go over the smallest bump in the road. It just freaks out and won't move. So I don't know whether they need to update their horseness or something like program because it doesn't like the smallest bump in the road. But if you find like a cliff, it will just jump off it. Like, what is happening there? So yeah, I've been playing that because I wanted to, but the horse is doing mad in. But tomorrow I should get the new Mario game because I do like Paper Mario games. I remember one on the DS, and like you would have shiny stickers, and if you move the DS, they would like shimmer. I miss things like that because like I did things like that on the Wii U with the screen and stuff like that. But I don't know what the one coming out tomorrow is. I just know one is on its way. I've not been back to Final Fantasy yet. I've not been back to Shutter Blade yet because I was on holiday. But I will go back to them. I will finish them. But I also want to go and play that new game that's on the Xbox that I don't know how to say.
New game on the Xbox.
Yeah, there's is it Ninja Theory maybe?
Hellblade.
Yes. I need to go and play the first one of that to play the second one.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always been told it's a bit like don't play it if you have mental health problems because it messes with your brain. I'm like, I don't know if I want it to mess with my brain, especially if you wear headphones apparently. So yeah, I've only been playing them, but I've just been doing Lego. I'm currently building the insect collection, Lego ideas, and I'm also building on stream on Saturday, so maybe tonight, depending on when this comes out.
Nobody knows.
I'll be continuing with the Milky Way, which I am enjoying immensely. Like it's just like a bunch. They've got like a bunch of their just things, and go right. You can use these, and I've got flowers and circular things and sparkly things, and it's just like paint by numbers kind of thing, and it's just like one tiny brick here, a tiny brick there, but it looks so nice. Like the colours are lovely, but Kevin cannot because like it's meant to be like you get it and then you can like do it with your family because each section comes with a different booklet, so you can like make it with family. I won't be doing that because I like to build these things on my own. But yeah, if Kevin wasn't colorblind, he could be like doing the other side sections, and then we could collaborate and put them all together. I've done 3 panels at the moment. I've done the frame and 3 panels, and I'm already in love with it. Like I've got a tiny little satellite on there, and Kevin doesn't understand what the Milky Way is, which is quite funny. Bless him. He's so funny. He's
It's
like,
an American Mars bar.
why is there a satellite there? I'm like, because we live in the Milky Way.
The satellite is not to the correct scale.
It's a satellite. It's just there to stand up. But yeah, I do enjoy Lego immensely. I wish it wasn't so expensive, but I love it. And today, meaning Saturday, I will. Where are we going, Kev?
Brickfest live at the NEC.
There we go. We were at the NEC last weekend.
We love the NEC.
Okay. Yeah, so if you're there, say hello, or come. I don't know if it's tickets or whatnot, but we have got early tickets, I think, to get the bargains. We do like a bargain, don't we, Kev?
We do like a bargain.
But that is me, I think. Have I built anything else? I built my Mario cube. Basically, it's like like the cube with the question mark on it, yellow. It's that, but then you can twist. There's like a button you can press where a flap will come down, and then from that flap you can twist open the top, and then as the top comes out, there's like this bundle, and the bundle opens, and it's 3 different like scenes from Mario. It is quite cool.
Huh.
It is a nice. It's like you wouldn't think that would come out of it, but it like unfolds, and like putting it back in just feels really nice because there's elastic bands in there, and there's like bits of like cables to make sure everything fits. It was very weird putting it together. I was like, why is this here? Why is that there? But then when you've made it, you're like, oh, that makes sense. And like, yeah, you just fold up these 3 scenes, twist it around, and you wouldn't know they're there. It's quite a nice little set. And I've also made like the flying scene in London from Peter Pan. It's Disney 101. I like things like that. Yeah, and I still love my BD one. He just sits there and looks at me, and he's so beautiful. I love him. He's my favourite at the moment.
Have they got a thing for that? A light kit for that?
You can get a light kit for him, yes. I haven't got
cool.
one yet, but yeah, you can. I think he like the back lights up and his eyes light up and stuff.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
He's so cute though. But yeah, that's me, and I now need a drink. So excuse me while I go and get a drink. Over to Pab.
Okay. So I've not really played. I feel like I've been playing a lot of new stuff consistently for the past few weeks.
Somebody needs to have been, Pabby.
Well, this is the thing, you see. But I've not really got anything new this week. I've not really had any urgency to buy anything new. I don't think there's anything new out, realistically. Although I was tempted to buy the Ghost of Tsushima on PC again, buying it because it just came out last week, I think. I resisted because I've platinumed it on PlayStation and played most of the DLC.
You've platinumed them,
Ghost of
bit.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how good a game it is. That's a very good game, and it was tempting to get on PC, and I probably will get it at some point. Just not when it's full price, 50 quid, whatever it is. I think it's 50 quid right now.
Wow.
So I'll hold off on that. But I have played. I continue to play Helldivers, even though I feel like I was tiring of it.
Right.
But it's just such an easy game to just jump into. You see people are playing it on the Discord, and I just kind of go, well, I was going to do this, but yeah, all right, go on then. And then 2 hours later, I've spent my evening playing Helldivers and not doing anything else.
There's nothing wrong with that. If you
it's
enjoy
fine.
it.
It's perfectly fine, but it's just like it is very it's kind of, I want to say it's very mindless. You don't have to. You know what you're getting with it. But then on the other hand, it is very stressful as well because, like I say, we're playing at higher difficulties these days.
Yes.
And yesterday was probably one of the most angry I got with a game where I died on some bushes. There were some prickly bushes apparently, and I hadn't seen them before, and I just kind of got stuck in them, and I couldn't get out of them. I was like, and it's just killing me, and I couldn't fathom out how to get out of this bush. I was trying to back out of it, kind of thing, and dive out of it, but then it just killed me, and I got annoyed at that. And just a lot of little things was annoying me yesterday, like certain terrain just wasn't.
Yeah.
I was just getting pinned on things, or something was just not allowing me to climb over things. It's just certain little things. There are lots of little niggles in the game that were just all winding me up yesterday. I was getting very shouty yesterday. Yeah, it continues to be very good. I think the what's it called, the score rating on Steam is creeping back up again now. Oh no, it's still mixed now. It's still working its way back up from very negative, or whatever it was, because of
people were moaning, weren't they, because of the PSN thing?
Yes, the PSN saga brought in hundreds of thousands of negative Steam reviews, which turned it into mostly negative game. So it's back to mixed now, so it's slowly creeping back up to positive. So there is that. But yeah, I continue to just chip in and just, like I say, it's just so easy just to be like, oh, you're doing that? Okay, I'll jump in for a few games. But it's like your missions, you'd like they come in generally like sets of 3 in like one main campaign. Is like 3 missions in a campaign, so you're like, okay, I'll just do one of them. But when they're like 40 minutes a piece, it stacks up quite a lot.
Yeah.
And obviously you have gaps in between them when you come back to the ship and you set up again, and everyone goes for a drink or whatever, and it's to the loo or whatever, or gets a brew, or you know what I mean. So everyone's faffing about, and it's like I say, you do. I'm doing one campaign, and it's like 2.5 hours, and you're like, what's going on? I just wanted a quick game. And the other thing that I have put time in, other than, like I say, I'm not counting Fortnite because I continue to play Fortnite, and we're in the last week. As of this coming out, there is a new season beginning on Friday. I don't know if you've seen this, Anna. You might have seen this.
Fallout?
It is Fallout. I don't know what it involves exactly. I've seen power armor, and there's something going on, like some sort of. It's just going to be a wasteland now. So we'll see what that entails. We'll have more about on that next week, I imagine, because I'll be able to tell you what's exactly going on and whether it's good or bad. But other than my usual stuff, I went back to Starfield.
What?
I went back to Starfield because there's lots of talk about the Fallout games because of the TV show, and people going back to the Fallout stuff. And all that sort of thing. I was like, I kind of would like to do that. I was like, yeah, but you didn't. I was like, you could just go back to a Bethesda game that you kind of liked, and you still kind of have an inkling of what's going on, instead of just. Last time I played Fallout, I was like, yeah, I want to play Fallout again. I went back in, and I was like, just in the middle of the wasteland, like, I shouldn't be just starting this, just reloading my save, because I ain't got a clue what's going on. So the only reason I stopped playing Starfield because I got into a ship battle, which was part of the quest line for the space pirates, which I don't remember what they're called now.
I know what you mean. The
space pirates had a full quest line where you had to infiltrate the space pirates, and then I was on the very last mission. It's the very last mission, and you get into a big space battle with them. And suddenly I'm fighting a lot higher enemies. Like, I think if I remember right, I was like 23, and some of them enemies were like level 50. And I went, yeah. I just couldn't do it. So I then went into and then figured out console commands. I was like, we're not doing this. If this is what's stopping me enjoying this game, because I enjoyed what I'd played up until this point. And if this was the roadblock that stopped me, let's just get over that speed hump. So I turned on God mode. On God mode so I couldn't be killed. Completed that mission. Got into the actual the docking bay of the Crimson Fleet. That's what it's called.
Okay.
And I got onto their big main like hangar thing and turned it off again and carried on enjoying the game as I was, and I've continued on from there. And I'm just thinking I'm just going to push main quest now just to get to the end, because everyone, well, not everybody, but a lot of people said how good the actual game is towards the end, and I want to see what the ending is now, because I need to know now. I kind of need to know. I know, like I say, it does split opinions quite a bit. Some people hated it. some people thought it was amazing and have done it multiple times. And I want to know, there must be a reason for why people are doing, redoing this multiple times. So, and like I say, it encourages replayability, and I think if I'm gonna do that, it's worth having. You know what I mean? It's not. It means that I can encounter these sites if I'm gonna play it again, which is entirely possible.
Yeah.
I want side quests and stuff. I don't want to do the entire game on this first run through, and then when I do a new game plus, I've done everything. So I'm thinking, well, I'm just going to push the main storyline now and just push to get that finished. So then, if at some point I did want to do New Game Plus, there is a whole heap of content out there that I haven't seen yet. So yeah. So I think my clock time is just over 40 hours now. So I've done a fair amount before that, obviously, but to put like 40 hours into a game and just to stop playing it, it's just disappointing. So I was like, I'd like to say I can finish that. I think I put like about 35. I think I put like 35.
Wow.
No, I put like 35 into Fallout 4.
I don't want to
so much into Fallout 4, and I got to I don't know what it was with Fallout 4. I think it was the base building that was annoying me, or something like that.
Really? I like that.
It was just like I just don't want to be. That's not what I want to be doing in that game. I can't remember what it was. And I think I'd just done some console commands on that game as well. Funny enough, I was like, I'm getting rid of encumbrance. We're not having encumbrance anymore. Get rid. I think I might do it. I think I might do it in Starfield, if I'm honest with you, because I don't think I get the achievements back anymore because it disables achievements once you put in console commands. So I don't think I'll be getting any more achievements on that game, Steam achievements. But at that point, the seal's broken. Then we're carrying everything. I'm picking up every fork, knife, spoon, book, tub, everything that isn't nailed down. I'm picking it up now if I'm taking off encumbrance. So we shall see. But yeah, I think I've done a little bit more main quest stuff. Oh, there's also, like I said, there was a massive update last week for it. Massive. I don't know how massive exactly, but there was a substantial update for this game.
There was,
came out, which is, I think that also probably pushed me in this direction as well. So there's like a whole heap of difficulty like sliders now. So, and I think this is new based on what I read on the patch notes. I went into the menu and there's like, you can set like how much damage you do, how much damage you take, how much damage and you can put it like there's like 4 toggles on each of them. So you could have it so you take less damage and do more damage, and then you can do that on while just out on planet, and you can do that for ship battles as well. And then you can change you can toggle all these different rings. There's so many different toggles you can set to like scales of 1 to 4, I think it is. So there's a huge ways of making the game easier or harder for yourself. You think, oh well, the ship combat's really difficult, but I've not found everything else I want it to be a bit harder. You could turn the ship battle combat stuff down and then turn the on foot combat up. So that is a good thing. I thought that was quite a nice thing to be able to do. There's also the dialogue stuff, when you talk to someone and it kind of zooms into the face and what have you.
Yes.
You can turn that off. So you just kind of stay in like where you are, and you can still look. You can't move anywhere, but you can look around the room now and stuff like that. You can see your character, you can see everything else, sort of thing. So I did turn that on. There's many different things. There's all sorts of few different other things, but I've not noticed anything else. So I'll continue to play Starfield because, like I say, I quite enjoyed it. I thought the shooting and stuff was pretty good for a Bethesda game. I think it's much improved on the other games. The actual shooting and stuff. I thought it was a pretty good shooter for what it is, and I want to see what it is, how it goes. I've not played any Stellar Blade this week. I was hoping to do some more. I've just not been in the mood for it. I think it's just because I got to the Dead Space section again. And I was like, ugh. I don't know if you get to the Dead Space
haven't. No,
section.
I'm in the desert before.
Yeah, there's a Dead Space section in the game, and where you don't have your sword and you only have your gun, and you're just shooting things, and it's like you're like in dark corridors shooting stuff, and it's not massively scary, to be honest with you, but it's more intense because you haven't got a block button or anything like that. You've just got a gun that just fires things. And there's a second section of that, and I was like, oh, don't want to do that again. I think I just need to push through it because I feel like I'm not. I think I said this last week. I think I'm in like map 6 now. I think there's like multiple maps in there. I think I'm in the Great Desert. I think.
Okay.
I've got to the fishing game, so I've got to the fishing game. So there's finally a fishing game in there. Which I think like I say, I got in the Great Desert is stage 6, and I imagine there's probably maybe 8, maybe at the most, maps. So I don't know, but I'll continue some of that at some point. But other than that, that's it. Like I say, I imagine next week I'll have more to say on Fortnite on the new season, the new Fallout season. So yeah, other than that, that is a lot from me.
Enough.
Well, in that case, we shall wrap things up there, boys and girls. If you want to pester us on the internet, you can do that at Mgukpodcast, or you can follow me at Lelujo.
And you can follow me at RB6K.
I miss Lelujo.
And I'm at Pab1986.
And we will see you next week, boys and girls, or this week, or I don't even know what day it is. Last week. Maybe we'll see you last week.
Back to Kickstarter.
And the other two are refusing
Oh,
to say
bye.
goodbye.
Sorry,
Excellent.
I'm trying to do the thing for you. What I was doing.
Thanks, folks. Bye bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
You're welcome, Pabby.
Bye.
Bye.